Hello everyone, welcome back to more Space Alert. I decided to try double actions. I've done it before. Have I done it in solo? I'm not sure. I played a lot of double actions in person and in online multiplayer. I don't know if I've done it solo. I've been putting it off because it's much harder to find the card you need when there's like a million different cards as opposed to just like only seven different things you could possibly want, right? The 3 moves and the 4 buttons. Looking for specifically a blue C or whatever is much harder. But I decided to give it a try, and I was going to scale it down to just double yellows, but I wonder, just yellows rather. I wonder if I should take it easy on myself and go yellows and whites, because there's just going to be so much more going on. Yeah, I'll be kind to myself. Let's try and make it easy. Oh, I maybe I want specializations too. I don't know. I'll just leave the heroics in, I guess. And we'll do double action soundtrack 1. Although I think this is the one that I remember something about, not the single. Oh, it doesn't matter. I think this one starts with something in the red zone and then the white zone. I don't know. I'll draw like 30 cards here. I know I shouldn't be allowed to peek or whatever, but I want to make sure that the hand zone's sized fine and okay. It's not like I'm learning a ton from. Oh, right. And with double actions, there is no like perfect orientation, right? Because there's movement on both halves of the cards sometimes. Anyway, I'm not like getting some great advantage by being able to plan these ahead of time. Let's start with this. There we go.
Alert. Enemy activity detected. Please begin first phase.
Which is upper of both, and lower blue A, and then this upper white battle. Okay.
Time T plus
let's
2.
get started.
Serious threat. Zone white. Repeat. Time
White.
T plus
Mother
2.
Swarm.
Serious threat. Zone white.
Okay, so it's gonna get the shields once, but we can just shoot it 3 times and that'll be fine. I'll have yellow do this. Yeah, so the gimmick, in case it wasn't clear, is that with double actions, a lot of the cards have 2 things on them. And so you can kind of do 2 things at once if you have the right
Time
card.
T plus 2. Internal threat. Repeat. Time T plus 2. Internal threat.
Slime in lower blue. On 2? It's so fast. Well, that's life, I guess.
Incoming data. Repeat. Incoming data.
Let's try this. And we'll be delayed on this turn because we're walking into a slimy area. 2, 3, 4. So it eats a rocket on 5.
Time T
At
plus
the end of
3.
turn 4, so
Threat.
it won't be able to stop.
Zone blue. Repeat. Time T plus 3.
Plasmatic
Threat.
needle ship on the
Zone blue.
Okay, could really use some combo actions here. When is this? Turn 3? Okay. I'd love like a BattleBot C and then a BattleBot A. I know those both exist in the deck. Here's the BattleBot A. Okay, let's dig a little more. Can I get a BattleBot C? There it is. So that's the slime taken care of. We've lost 2 rockets, one to the slime and one here.
Communications restored.
3, 4. So we've also lost the blue shield, but this is taken care of. We need to finish dealing with the mother swarm, which is just this. Can't really do much better than that.
Time T plus 4.
Still have 2 people
Internal
to like
threat.
refill reactors and
Repeat.
stuff.
Time T plus 4. Internal threat.
Skirmishers in upper blue on 4. Where are they? Here they are. Okay. What are they gonna do? Move red and then change decks twice. I think blue can take care of those eventually. I don't need to dispatch anyone else. So let's see. I want to have someone get over to the...
First phase ends in 1 minute.
the red zone, I think, and also have someone fill up the reactors. So maybe that'll be red's job. No, let's have green do it because they can refill the reactor extra good.
Data transfer. Repeat.
Plus they
Data
get to do it
transfer
after
in
the
5,
shot.
4, 3,
So
2, 1. Data transfer complete.
4 cubes left when all's said and done. Get over to the red zone, please. Let's say upper red. No, you know what? Stay lower red because... Oh, do I have a red C?
First phase ends in 20 seconds.
No, but I have a C red, which is worth a point, I guess. And I'll get red to the red zone. Just chill out, I guess.
First phase ends in 5, 4,
Yellow's already doing all
3,
the good work.
2, 1. First phase has ended. Begin second phase.
It would have been nice if I'd had red, like, go down, get the battle bots, come back up with, like, a down, C down kind of thing, but I didn't have the mental
T
bandwidth.
plus 5. Threat. Zone red. Repeat.
Oh, look at that, there's something in the red zone.
T plus 5. Threat.
Fighter.
Zone red.
Oh, whoops, I moved the wrong one. Yellow's here, red is here. On 5.
Unconfirmed report. Time T plus 6. Serious threat. Zone white. Repeat.
Not doing any unconfirmed
Unconfirmed
today.
report. Time T plus 6. Serious threat. Zone white.
This takes care of the fighter. Okay, we need to start tracking the skirmisher. So it shows up in upper blue 4 and it has speed 3, 5, 6. It will be in upper white. 7. It will be in lower white. Perfect for blue to track him down.
Communication system down.
May as well press A on the way out in case that helps due to missed planning or something, I guess. And then a heroic battle bot to ensure
Communications
knocked
restored.
that takes care of you. Are we... I don't have any idea how many total threats there are in a double actions mission. I think it's like 2 more, so 9 points worth of threats maybe?
Time T plus 7. Serious threat. Zone blue. Repeat. Time T plus 7.
The Nemesis.
Serious threat. Zone blue.
Okay. Any chance we could do 10 damage all at once? That sure would be nice. They're very fast, though. Someone has a heroic A, right? Yeah, red.
Data transfer.
Shows up on
Repeat.
7.
Data transfer
We
in
lost a rocket
5,
on 7. That would
4,
be a big deal.
3, 2, 1. Data
Yellow could
transfer
do that, no
complete.
problem.
Incoming data. Repeat. Incoming
The
data.
last rocket, by the way. Red. Do we have there's got to be a double blue in here somewhere. There it is.
Time T
We
plus 8. Serious threat. Zone red. Repeat.
Ah!
Time T plus 8. Serious threat. Zone red.
You know what? Red, stay where you are. No, red's the one with the heroic A. You have to go.
Second phase ends in 1 minute.
Well, I mean, we could do it without a heroic A, but it would be a lot harder. Let's do another double blue so we have everybody over here.
Data transfer.
Wait, yellow's
Repeat.
already here.
Data transfer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Data transfer complete.
Oh, a rocket on 6 would be even better. Yeah, of course, because then I could attack on 7. What am I thinking?
Second phase ends in 20
Give
seconds.
me that heroic A, please. And an A red for yellow. No reason to stay in the blue zone. You're dead.
Second phase ends in
We're taking
5,
some damage.
4, 3,
Yellow's here.
2, 1.
Nothing I need to
Second phase has ended.
see in.
Begin third phase.
Okay. So we've taken some damage on... Oh, it's only at the end of compute damage. So actually, if I kill it, yeah, we don't take... Okay, it doesn't blow up.
Communication
Got it.
system down.
So there's a frigate left, huh? Okay, that's not too bad. It's short of energy, so green should get started on
Communications
that. Nah, I should have squeezed a
restored.
B in here on 7, it turns out. Not a big deal, though. Let's try B up. Blue. Do we have a B red, maybe? There it is. That won't even really do much, will it? I guess it will be fine.
Data transfer. Repeat. Data
There's
transfer
only gonna
in
be
5,
3 total
4,
energy there.
3, 2.
Because he fills it up
One.
before he takes from it.
Data transfer complete.
Yellow. Do I still have an up C? I think there's only one in the deck, and I've used it. That's fine. But a red C should be around somewhere. I think there's not many of those. I might have already used it too. I don't see it. It's fine. Red needs to move red. And then press C to get the computer. Oh, blue's battle bots are down, by the way, from the skirmisher fight. I'm not going to try and get someone in the interceptors to deal with this.
Communication
That's just
system
crazy.
down.
So how soon can I start shooting this? Not till 9,
Communications
right?
restored.
Yeah. Just because that's the fastest I can actually get people there. Which means it will get to do a damage. So let's shield up first. I can do both, right? Oh, it's green, green, green. Can't do that, that's illegal. So starting on 9, let's do that. A normal A, do I have, here's one. More A's, I think that ought to do it, right? Yeah. I'm not sure the details of how much energy is where at this point. I could work it out, but it's enough. Should be 2 in the shields. That's all been removed. And we're pulling, like, I think about 2 from here to go into the shields, and then, I don't know, something like that. I think there's probably 2 left somehow. I don't know how.
Operation ends
Okay.
in 1 minute.
We do need to get the computer. It looks like Red did that already. Okay. Well, this was a pretty easy white and yellow mission. It was mostly whites. A little bit more than half. So maybe I could have handled all yellows and it would have been fine. But I don't mind the gentler introduction. There are no more threats, I assume, right? We got the end of mission warning, so I'm not going to send everybody to the window. Let's just declare an early finish. And plan it out. Play it out. New threats 1. I think we didn't have any, right? Right. Actions 1. Blue moved blue. Red moved red, very thematic. Yellow did nothing. Green went downstairs. No double actions needed. Everyone just spreading out. No damage, no threats. New threats 2. We have 2. An internal threat, the slime in lower blue. Let me just double check that. Yep. And an external threat, the mother swarm on the white zone. Actions 2. Blue presses C to get BattleBots and heads downstairs. There's slime there, so this delays him. He can't act on 3, but we already planned for that. Red does nothing. Yellow presses A, firing at the thingy, and also C, getting the computer. Green uses his heroic B to overfill the central reactor. Damage. We shot the mother swarm for 5. It can take at most 2 damage per turn, so that's what it takes. Threats move. External first. Moves 2. Moves 2. Did I get the computer? Yes. Threats 3. Yes. A plasmatic fighter. Actions 3. Blue attacks the slime, dealing 1 damage to it. Oh. Things are more pleasant than I thought. And also presses C, launching a rocket. I thought the slime... No. It's turn 3. It's not turn 4. That's why this is not correct. Okay. No damage. No rocket launched. Blue does nothing. Red does nothing. Yellow presses A. Green looks out the window for a cheeky bonus point, and then moves red. Damage. The mother swarm takes 2 again. We did actually fire, right? I'm not just forgetting leaving this. Yes. And that's all the damage. Threats move. External first. Its X is to attack 1. No problem. Well, in increasing order of number, tie is broken by external first. So it's still the slime before the plasmatic fighter. Slime moves 2. Then the plasmatic fighter moves 3. Threats 4. Yes, there's a skirmishers in upper blue. Anything outside the ship? No. Actions 4. Now blue is getting to work. He damages the slime with his BattleBots and also launches a rocket. Red does nothing. Yellow presses C, getting the computer, and also A, firing on the mother swarm. And green does nothing. Would have been nice to pick up BattleBots at that point, but we didn't need them, so it's fine. Compute damage. The mother swarm takes 2 more damage and is defeated. No auto damage, I believe. Yep. Threats move, including the rocket. The slime is now the first threat, so it moves 2 and destroys a rocket. Then the plasmatic fighter. Oh, I'm really bad at this game. I thought this was a plasmatic needle ship. Oh man. Moves 3. Attacks for 1. Yes, I thought this BattleBot A was defeating it, but it is not. Maybe it... No, it's not fine. Okay, we'll see how bad it is. And then these guys move. New threats on 5. There is a fighter in the red zone. And nothing inside the ship. Actions 5. Blue BattleBots defeating the slime. And additionally presses A, firing on the plasmatic fighter. Red presses A, firing on this fighter. Uh-oh. Yellow moves blue. Yeah. And blue A would have been nice. And green presses A. Damage. The rocket targets the plasmatic fighter, who is also targeted by this thing. Takes 5. With 3 shields is 3 damage. With 2 shields is 3 damage, I should say. Oh yeah, we're gonna lose. Okay, great. Well, maybe I can stop worrying about the fact that I set the difficulty too low. There's just a lot to remember and plan, hold in your head. Okay. Meanwhile, over here, the fighter is shot for 6, which defeats it. Threats move. You first. It moves red. The plasmatic fighter, undefeated, moves 3 and attacks for 2. Because our shields did not absorb any of this damage, yellow and blue are knocked out. However, for the moment, we have survived the plasmatic fighter. I was tricked because the previous episode I recently recorded, and there was a plasmatic needle ship there, and it had me just thinking of that. I didn't look carefully enough at this card. Plasmatic needle ship is a red threat, I think. Much harder than a yellow, this white guy, but I was not prepared to deal with this guy, so very sad. Any other threats moving? What turn is it? Turn 5. These guys have moved twice already, and then I moved you. There's no one else here. Okay, yes, that's all the threats moved correctly. Did I get the computer? You bet I did. New threats on 6. Nothing. Action 6. Blue is dead. Unconscious. Knocked out, I think, is technically. Red moves double blue. Double blue, yes. Yellow is dead. Green gets some battle bots. Damage. Nope. Threats move. These guys, their Y has just changed X. Yep. Okay. Threats on 7. There's a nemesis. The one threat that could really do something to us, and we're not addressing it at all. Actions 7. Blue is dead. You know what? Let me just so I don't forget they're dead, huh? There we go. Red heroically, but in vain, presses A. Yellow is dead. Green presses B and heads upstairs. Damage. We shot this guy for 5. With 1 shield, it takes 4. That's all the damage. But at the end of compute damage, because this guy took damage, it attacks 1 on all zones. Threats move. Oh, not you first. You first. Changes decks again. Now you. Threats 8. There is one. Actions 8. Dead. Red. Dead. Can I think of a way to say not do anything that rhymes with red? Bored? I don't know. I can't. Damage. No. Threats move. Skirmishers deal 3 damage to the white zone. And then we survived them for now. This guy moves 3, attacks 1, and takes a damage. I'm suddenly... Well, okay, I'll finish moving threats. Frigate moves 2. It's been so long since I played in cardboard, I don't remember if the large damage cubes exist. The red ones. Or if that was something that was just made up for the digital thing here on Tabletop Sim. I have a copy. I could go look. I think they did, right? Because otherwise, who wants to keep track of like 10 little red things on something? I think these existed. I don't know. I don't know what made me just suddenly wonder that. Actions 9. Blue is dead. Red gets the computer. We're going to die, but at least we got the computer. Oh, these guys are gone. Green presses A and also B. Damage. We dealt 2 to the frigate. Threats move. Yeah, no more stalling. This thing moves 1, 2, 3 and destroys the ship. No dodging that. Yeah, just... I didn't read the threat carefully enough. There were too many threats. Too many things to think about, and I mentally missorted this one, thinking it was a different kind of threat than it was, requiring a different solution. I said, okay, look, you know, Blue can handle this because he can, while dealing with the slime, he can launch a rocket and then fire a weapon, and that'll be 5, which kills the needle ship whose stats are 3-1. But of course, this guy's stats are 4-2, and it does not die from that. And I mean, that was it. One slip up, and you are in trouble in Space Alert. Sometimes it turns out all right, but sometimes it does not. Well, there you go. Double actions. There's a lot going on. I felt like I had things under control here quite nicely, aside from, like, evidently I was wrong, but that was how I felt. I mean, in fairness, this was almost just a, well, I was going to say it was mostly a white threat stuff, but I guess that's not true. We had the Mother Swarm and the Slime and the Nemesis. So 5 points of yellow threats and 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? That can't be right. 2? Maybe it is right. 3, 4, 5 point. No, wait, yeah. 5 points of white threats. So maybe it actually is that there's 10 points worth of threats in these missions. I remembered it as being 9, but maybe it is 10. So this was exactly 50-50 in terms of difficulty. And it was the yellow threat that killed me, you know. One white threat put me on lethal, and then the yellow threat tapped it in. So I think I certainly could survive some all yellows this way, but I don't know. I kind of like the purity of single actions. Anyway, that's Space Alert. You know, give a press F to pay respects, I guess. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.